Hey, good morning, guys. Excuse me. Well, I went to Quorum Court last night, and I wanted to do something about it then, but I'm sorry, I was a little too heated and didn't feel like dropping so many F bombs. you know, well, first thing that struck me as not very good was the turnout. Yeah, there were too many open seats, for something this important. A lot of people should have been there because it looks like we're going to get 300 new misdemeanor. Repeat, misdemeanor cells, for people. Yeah, because we got to lock up misdemeanor people because that's whatever. Anyway, those are for migrants, I'm sure, or people like us when we have a protest and they need a place to put us. That's what that's for. But plus also when there's few people there, they get that smug look in their face that I really love. hmm The one that says we're going to pretty much do what we want because you know what, there's no support or lack of support for something, and we're just going to be able to do it anyway. In fact, the judge, they were going to go ahead and suspend the rule so they can get rid of the IDA because that's what they promised to the people, the quorum before. And so they were going to dispense with the rules and just vote to get rid of it. So then the judge gave him a hard time for that. Mind you, he doesn't get a vote. He's basically an arbiter. He keeps things legal. You know, I think in this instance he should have just not said anything because that's not his position. That's not what he's about. For him to say, well, I can't believe, the person who has opposition to this isn't here. Well, you should have been there. We were there. Why wasn't he there? Anyway, I guess my point of this is this isn't a spectator sport. I know people are really busy, but we got to, people need to figure out how to show up. And not just in your own community. We need to support the surrounding communities that are, within reach. We have to do this together. They're going to just walk all over us, And if that's the case, if you see that coming, we have people that are running against um, our council leaders, okay? That's good. I think we have five. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's five. Um, but yeah, that's a good start. We should replace them all. I wish I knew about this sooner. Maybe we should even recall them for some of the things that they've done, for their lack of caring about people. They only care about the sound bites, and that's it. They're looking for news, and once the cameras are off, then we really hear what they have to say. I've got some raw video. I don't know. I might post some of that, just raw by itself, and let you guys see it for yourself. But they do have, you can go look on their websites, not only for our community, but your own, I'm sure. But it's just not the same. They should be doing it on YouTube. Hell, we should probably have an app by now that we could vote in or weigh in our thoughts when they have big votes. Same thing with Congress. We should have a way to the people to connect easier. I guess that's for the future. I'm curious what your thoughts are, and my one more thing is, come on, guys, let's start showing up to these quorum courts, these council meetings, and making our presence felt. Okay. All right. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.